Welcome back, MTG Joe here. Today I thought we'd kind of do a spin-off of our weekly meta breakdown. So something we do on the channel each week is look at the top performing decks in each format on Arena. We use Untapped GG to pull all this data. It's a free to use companion tool. The link's in the bio if you want to try it out, but it aggregates a bunch of games played from users and then puts together win rates and like games played and a whole bunch of breakdown and stats, suggest decks, stuff like that. So it's a really cool application. But one thing that we're going to do today, if you want to see the actual meta breakdowns for the various formats, you can catch those in the respective playlist. So weekly meta breakdown, standard and historic will be up. So you can check those out for each week. Alchemy will be out as well. Probably not this week, but next. But in any case. So what we're going to do today, and we did this once before, folks have been asking, so we'll do this like once a month, is really look at format health and popularity of formats. There's always kind of those ebbs and flows, like during the Is It Turns stage, like no one played Standard, or everyone hated Standard. People were gravitating towards Historic or Alchemy. There was kind of that feeling when Alchemy was released. It was very split in a hot topic issue of whether or not this digital format, these nerfing of cards, would be something popular. So really what we're going to look at here is kind of what is the most popular format on Arena and kind of look at stats, not just empirical, like, you know, I feel it's this. It's more looking at the numbers. So we're going to look between best of one and best of three to compare, because there's always kind of that stigma, best of one is not real magic. But let's let numbers talk. So we're looking at a week span. This is capturing pretty much, so the 10th was when Kamigawa came out. We're starting from the 14th, and we are looking at a population for Standard in a 1 week span, 7 days. This was filmed on the 21st. So best of one Standard alone for 7 days from Bronze to Mythic players that are just using the Untapped Companion. So that's not counting people who aren't using it, playing on mobile, stuff like that. There was a total of 330,000 matches of Magic played. So about 1/3 matches played in best of one. You'll see like breakdowns. If you want to see like these videos, check out the specific video dedicated to the meta. So best of one, Standard, 330,000 games. I'm going to kind of bounce between best of one formats, and then we'll go to best of three and kind of summarize it. So Historic, same threshold, February 14th to 21st, Bronze to Mythic, 78,000. So it's about a sixth, I think, offhand, quick maths, 180 to about a sixth. 330 to 78,000. So quite a big drop off if we're looking at the popularity. Now, factoring into this, it's a lot easier to get into Standard. Your starter decks are legal. There's kind of that feeling that you have to be an enfranchised player, the economy, all kind of factoring into that. About 78,000. Now, here gets the funny part. Alchemy. A lot of contention with this format. Same 1 week span, 20,000 games. 330,000 games of Standard, 20,000 games of Alchemy, which clearly kind of players are expressing their discontent with the format, whether the kind of focus on the nerf, the formats itself, just uninteresting gameplay, kind of factored into that. So 330, 78,000, and then 20,000. So best of one. So now let's kind of look at the comparison between best of one, best of three, and the formats itself. So Standard was 330,000 for best of one, only 13,000 games, relatively speaking, in Standard compared in the same time. So 300 plus thousand games more best of one. This could be the speed of the formats. If we're looking, you know, on average 4 or 5 minutes a game played in this format. Even the control decks are only running 10. If we're looking at like the best of three meta, games are taking 7-8 minutes, and this is match times. So these are 2 to 3 games of this. So you're looking 20-30 minutes a game. So speed of ease, stuff like that. If we're looking at Historic, 78, 11,000. So comparing between the two, it's actually pretty close. So while we saw 330,000 in best of 1 to 78, quite a large ratio, it's pretty much on par for standard and historic. Folks that are enjoying best of 3 kind of play the same amount between the formats, but still quite a dramatic drop if we're looking just, close to triple digits for historic, whereas just like basically hitting like the tens of thousands of games. And then kind of the real indication that folks don't like Alchemy. We had 20,000, 1,200 games played. Not even enough to register a deck list in Alchemy. Just kind of a real kind of testament to the format. Just folks aren't liking it. 1,200 matches, I factor some content creators probably play that much in a month playing into it. But just kind of a real show. So we see like the polar opposite. So overall, kind of we're looking at it, best of 1, standard, most popular thing folks are doing on Arena. Least popular thing, Alchemy best of 3. I played a couple games like last week, like right before the season rotated. I was in Mythic trying to finish top 1,200, and I was getting paired against folks in Silver. Some other content creators were getting faced people in Bronze. So Mythic numbers versus Bronze players. So just showing how like it's real hard to get a match. Kind of coming through with that. But that's pretty much it, kind of summarizing where things are at. If you like this type of content, let me know. I'm not going to do it like every week, but if you want to see kind of how trends are going, ebbs and flows of popularity of formats, let me know in the comments what you think. If you want to see specifics in terms of like the deck breakdowns where I go through archetypes, percentages, kind of trends week to week, stuff like that. Like I said, there's specific videos for that. And if you want to see gameplay of a lot of these decks in action, there's specific playlists on the channel, standard, historic, Alchemy. If you're one of those 1,200 people, you can check it out there as well. But kind of just a quick one, just highlighting that based on players' voices, players' games, Alchemy is not that good of a format. Folks aren't enjoying it, but let me know what you think, and we'll catch you next time. Stay safe out there. Take it easy.